Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. We have a pet. Look at them following me around. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Alright, so hold on. Where did this go? Why did that go away? Okay. What do we want to do? We are almost to the point where we can unlock biology, so I think I want to do that because I am increasingly worried about the pixie beans. I need to unlock xenobotany so I can stop the pixie beans from killing somebody, which I'm sure they're gonna do. Although we do have heroic. Hold on, we do have heroic. We don't want to waste that. Maybe we should try shoveling dirt, because toughness is almost up there. I don't know. The only reason I started shoveling dirt last time was because I wanted to get the socks quest again with Cal and maybe have it end up differently so I could get a pet. But then we got Ricky Ticky, so I don't really care about that anymore. At the same time, though, I think that increasing our toughness would be good. You join Cal at a particularly fragrant pile of compost. He's trying to use his hoverboard as a wheelbarrow, carefully pushing compost off it into the pile. Don't you just love this? Cal asks excitedly. Your hoverboard? Yeah, it's cool. No, I just mean just this. He waves his arms, dirt encrusted up to the elbows, to take in the entire greenhouse. We get to help plant stuff and watch it grow. Even if we're just moving dirt around, we're still helping. Why do you like it so much? Well, he considers. I like digging holes in the dirt because it's so full of surprises down there. I found a worm. Wait, let me see if I can find her again. He sticks his hand into the compost and rummages around, his tongue sticking out of his mouth. I guess she got away, he says after a minute. She was real shiny, like a rainbow. Wait, he says. I just thought of a thing I like better. He shows you his splayed hands. Getting dirt under my fingernails, he laughs. I don't know why, but it's the best. Oh, Cal, never change. Okay. Let's see, what should we do? If we can avoid using this, that's probably good, because... Yeah. Hold on, let's put these here. What do we get better here? Straights? Well, I don't really think we can get a straight. So... Ooh. We have so many mushwood logs. Let's add a few. Oh boy, that's still not enough? Okay, we get 5 kudos for that. Hey, we're tough now. Red cards get +1 in physical challenges. Sweet. You wake to the sound of your parents arguing in hushed tones, clearly trying not to disturb you. Where's your birthday cuddles? Your parents always make a big deal about your birthday. You peek through the privacy curtain and listen in on their argument. You're being unreasonable. Solane is a teenager now. You have to give him the opportunity to take calculated risk or he'll start acting out. That's just what being a teenager is. Going off into the wilderness isn't a calculated risk. It's too dangerous. It's weird to hear parents arguing. The danger isn't... They glance at you. Your mom holds up her hand to silence you. Geranium, you said yourself that we need every person out there surveying for edible native plants. You're even going yourself. Why not our son? Because, Fulu, he's our son. It's our responsibility to keep him safe. You're not keeping anyone safe by coddling him. Solane's survival depends on him understanding this planet we're living on, so you're not doing him or the colony any favors by pretending like that's not the case. I can take care of myself. You point out that you saved Professor Hal when you were only 11, so clearly you can handle yourself. Your dad's shoulders sag as he shakes his head. You barely even know what's out there, kiddo, he mutters. Hey, Solane, sorry. It's your birthday today, and here we are arguing like a pair of assholes. Happy birthday. We meant to order up from the canteen and have your usual birthday breakfast. But we got to talking about how Utopia's opened up positions and expeditions for kids 13 and older, and well, that's you now. Explore nearby and expeditions. Can we sneak out farther than nearby? I need to get to the Valley of Vertigo to save your life, Dad. I suppose we'll have to let you spread your wings someday. I just feel better knowing you are safe here inside the colony walls. We decided early on to let you choose your own path in life, so if you want to join expeditions, we're behind you. Just be safe. Awesome. Yay. Dad? Kiddo, I've been thinking. I want to say I'm sorry your mom and I were arguing on your birthday. We disagree sometimes, just like every couple, but it's unfair that I had to see how the soy sausage gets made. I'm not persuasive enough, so I can't get any money out of him. Darn. It's okay. He pats you on the shoulder. Thanks for saying so. You're a great kid. Your mom and I talked it out. We're both just really putting our everything into the farm right now. And it's making us kind of snappy. You don't have to worry about it, okay? If you want to join Utopia's exploration team, just be careful. It's dangerous out there. Alright, we're going to do that. I mean, we can just unlock exploration, right? Oh, we can just go out here now. Explore nearby. Okay. All events have respawned. That still gets us... oh, survey the plains. Ooh. Nearby. Okay, so we can go out without sneaking out anymore. Bravery, perception, and animals. And either way, we get friendship with Dis. I won't do that quite yet, though. We don't have to unlock that. That's good. I want to get my biology up so that we can save those pixie beans. You see a notice on the engineering holoweb. Professor Howell is looking for someone to help with after-school tutoring. You should know the basics and be a quick study for the rest. Please apply. I can't tutor now. You can't very well teach others until you learn the material yourself. Okay, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. And then let's just put this here. Ah. Hey, xenobotany. Yay. Okay, let's just do the introduction to xenobotany. Just so we have it. And then once the pixie beans come up, we can... Once that comes up, we can, the pixie beans, we can actually study them. Hey, kiddo. Can you hand me that separator? I've really got my hands on things here. You hand him the tool, which he uses to wedge open some sort of weird stoma-like opening inside the bell. Gooey purple nectar oozes out and pools on the desk. Whoa, he exclaims. I thought I drained this little beauty. Can you get a towel, I guess? You help him up with the flower juice. It's sticky and smells like rotting vegetable. You know, I've been thinking of getting one of you kids to come help me out with researching the native plants. You think you might be able to break off some time to help your old man in the lab? I know you've been studying biology. It's not as glamorous as gene tech research with instance, but it is important. Unlock xenobotany. If you find any cool plants while you're exploring, bring them here and we can take a look at them. Awesome. So that's going to be important for the shimmer, I think. Now, do I want to bother exploring while my stress is at 55? Oh, Ricky Ticky, did you make a little squeak noise? Yes, you did. I think I'll relax a bit and then go exploring. You've heard Security Chief Rat is on the lookout for lookouts. That is, for kids to chill out on top of the walls all afternoon and count Xenos. Sounds way better than going to class. He gives you a once-over, eyes narrowed. All right, he says. Look over there at the end of the field. What does that sign say? You can read the sign easily. It says, if you can read this, your eyesight is 20/20. Huh, what a weird sign. What does that mean? Brett nods in approval. Good, you pass. Come back next month and I'll put you on the roster. We can do lookout duty. We will be very, very good at that. But, I don't think we will be. Alright. How are my cards looking? I would rather get rid of first steps. Getting rid of a vanilla 2 card seems good. Yeah. Alright, we're into pollen. Dad's gonna be getting sick. Yep. There he is with his sick face. Hey kiddo, what brings you out here? I mean, whatever we say isn't gonna help him. So let's just be glib. Working hard or hardly working. Your dad laughs. Did you get that one from me? That one sounds like me. We're getting these pixie beans in the ground, he continues. We're all set to have a great harvest in time for Vertumnalia. Truth is, I've been working like a dog. I'd love to get out of here for a while. Hey, what do you say you and I go for a little walk? I know you don't get outside the walls much either, but we could do a little nature walk. I study all the plants the foragers bring back, but I've never really seen them in the wild. Yeah, he always wants to leave the colony during pollen. You want to go outside? Sure, your dad says. People can want to try new things, right? Your mom doesn't see the draw, he continues, flipping his shovel up to his shoulder and picking his way carefully out of the turned fields. She likes what she can control, you know? There's a whole planet out there, and I want to go explore. He stops and doubles over, suddenly racked with a coughing fit that makes him unable to speak. He tries a few times to catch his breath, but each time he just starts coughing harder. The pink pollen in the air swirls and eddies around you both. I'm just going to say maybe you should stay indoors for the sake of not killing him. You're just like Instance that'll stick in the mud. I remember when we were younger, she was always walking around with her nose in everyone's business. She always thinks she knows what's best for people. Despite his brave words, he has to hold on to you for balance. Okay, maybe now's not the best time, but you and me, we have a date with the outside world, kiddo. I'm taking a rain check. Whew. I can't wait until Instance figures out a treatment for the shimmer thing. She says maybe next year, maybe the one after that. I'm gonna be first in line, you bet. Yeah, you better be. We're gonna leave and go searching for that cure. Survey the plains. New area. When you boarded the expedition's autobus this morning, you didn't know what to expect. It trundled you and the other surveyors a few clicks north to the Prosaic Plains, a high, flat area with cooler weather than your colony. You could barely control your excitement as you watched the landscape change. And now you're here. You're finally old enough for a real survey mission away from the colony. Flaz Cutter. Plus 10 combat, plus 2 to physical challenges. Ooh. You greet Chief Surveyor Utopia at the depot. This here is a blast cutter, she says, handing you one. It's a tool for cutting and heating things. You can use it to make a fire, cauterize a wound, boil water, and it cuts some materials pretty alright. You can use it for self-defense too, but I don't suggest it. Cool, fire. She laughs. Cool it, sweets. This is a quiet area, and what we're doing, we're not supposed to be in danger. We're just going to be taking notes and pictures, keeping track of all the flora and fauna we see. Just don't touch anything, unless I ask you to take a sample. Everything is potentially dangerous. We don't know much about what's out there, which is why we need surveyors, even youngins like you. The Prosaic Plains are a sparse region. Like you can assume from the name, you can see things from a long way off. Utopia sees you squinting at the horizon. And what are you going to do if you see something coming for you? Avoid it. Good kid, Utopia approves, patting him on the back. You don't need any trouble. Dis joins you. He must have come on an earlier autobus. Ah, good, you're here, Utopia says, digging out another plas cutter for Dis. You two greenhorns are with me for the foreseeable. Now, we don't gotta sniff each other's butts all the time out here, but I do expect y'all to be in yelling distance. Com's gonna get spotty out here. You and Dis share knowing glances. You've both been sneaking out to explore long before you were officially allowed to. Utopia also hands you a surveying drone and shows you how to launch it. It'll automatically perform local scans of wherever you go, though detailed scans still need to be done manually. When you return here to the depot, it'll upload its findings to the HoloNet. Your job is to cover ground and see what's out there, and so long as it isn't dangerous, record it. She slaps you on the back. Alright, team, don't get yourselves killed out there, okay? Alright. If we replace Ricky Ticky... Getting our combat up seems good. Will they still be following me? Yes. Alright. Let's take a look around. It's beautiful out here. The prosaic plains. Oh, look at that. Our first event. You've stopped to admire the light glinting off the water of a shallow circular lake when you notice some strange rocks near your feet. They're pink and red, bobbing in the shallow water at the shore. The rocks are flashing golden yellow. This one, then that one, then a pause, then that one, then the first one again. You thought it was reflected sunlight at first, but no, the rocks themselves are glowing. Repeat the pattern? You play a memory game with them, touching the stones in the pattern they give you. You feel emotions coming from the rocks. Affection, interest, gratefulness. Somehow you understand. They like the contact. Are they creatures or rocks? Sometimes the lines between the two can be blurry on Vertumna. They can't move, but learn about the world from creatures who pass by and touch them. Like the way animals rub to leave their scent, these rocks entice animals to play with them and leave information about the world. You get the sense they're excited for your new scent. To what end, you don't know. Spooky. Oh, medicinal root. Oh, animal? Pretty animal. A large creature is blocking the path. A boulder with arms, a bush growing out of its back. A bush bub. Utopia's mentioned these before. Part animal, part vegetable, and part mineral, these usually gentle giants camouflage themselves as part of the forest. This one is lumbering slowly back and forth between a large strand of gloopmishes and a wide circular lake. It's like it's on some kind of patrol. It growls a warning when you try to squeeze past it, so you back off. From the look in its eyes, this one isn't letting you get through easy. Perception challenge, and we get +2 from the plas cutter gear. Alright, that's locked. So we're gonna want to put other true value cards here. And now we can put some 0 value cards there. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna win this. Alright, we turn that into a 3. Oof. To push through would be 25 stress. Is there any way we can make this better? No. No. We can use these. Yeah, let's just redraw a whole hand. Ooh, that's even worse. Okay. Let's give up. Defeated. We've never been defeated before. we can't find a way through, you'll have to find some other route around this territory. Yeah. That's the first time we've ever just had to give up on a challenge. It's a cool feeling. Drifts of spark snow make this area hard to pass through. Your feet keep sinking into it, and you have to work to get them free with every step. The only way forward here is through an especially deep area. I think we already have playing in the snow, so let's shovel it out of the way. You actually don't have a shovel with you, but you find a bush you can sort of use like a broom to sweep the snow out of the way. The spark snow is lighter and floofier than you were expecting. Whacking it with your bush causes showers of pretty sparks and tiny popping noises. It takes ages to clear the path, but it's oddly satisfying. Hopefully the next surveyor through will appreciate your hard work. Alright. Something over here. No, that's just the bush bub, or whatever it's called. Alright, we're not missing events, are we? Another log. It's a cloudy day. You hear the crash of thunder from somewhere nearby. Loud. Sounds like it's getting closer. Suddenly, a massive, impossibly tall something punctures the low clouds and slams into the ground ahead of you. It's as tall as a skyscraper and a meter wide, covered with chitinous bone like an insect. You think it might be a leg? Another crashes down, then another. The creature's body must be up in the clouds, so high you can't see anything but the legs. The first leg lifts again and moves towards you. You're in shock. Your body simultaneously screams at you to stand still and run. What card do we get from this? That's one big something. Stay calm and analyze its movement. So those are its legs. Ooh. They're spindlier than I thought. You watch the clouds, and as the next leg breaks through, you dodge it. It slams down where you've been with enough force to crush a boulder to dust. This creature is so unbelievably massive, you're like an ant to it. As it passes overhead, you marvel at how such a thing could even exist, and hope it never wanders any closer to your colony. Alright, I think we can take a little more stress. Or should we go back? Oh, let's talk to Dis. Hey, Solane. Dis greets you cautiously as you pass on the narrow path. Hey, do you want me to show you something? Dis almost never makes overtures of friendship. Whatever it is must be pretty cool. Let's not be too enthusiastic to scare him off. Nod quietly and follow him. You follow him for nearly half an hour. A couple of times he stops to listen for something, then continues onward, tromping through the fields of broad-topped mush trees and swaying antler ferns. After a while, you start to wonder if he's just lost. You're about to say something about it when he holds his hand up for silence and directs you to crawl under a huge mushroom. On the other side, you have a view down to one of the perfectly round pods. Taking up most of it is an enormous xeno, its legs deep underwater. It's a balneal, Dis tells you. They live in the swamps. You don't usually see them here. This one seems totally at home. It dips its long neck and even longer mouth into the pond, sucking up water from the bottom and spewing it out of a spout on the back of its head. The spray of beautiful turquoise water sparkles in the sun. Tiny, colorful bird-like creatures dart around it, catching the tiny fish that come spraying out. Let's watch quietly. You enjoy the pretty scene together. How's our friendship doing? Pretty darn good. What's the number? 56. Awesome. Alright, we should head on back, right? Is this the way back? I think it is. And then... oh, no. And then we would relax when we get back, I think. Or do some xenobotany just to, like, make sure it's unlocked. Although, do we really have to do that yet? Because we're not... the pixie beans aren't, like, in the food supply yet, so it doesn't really matter. This little gazebo is set up as a waiting area for the automated transporters, which trundle back and forth between here and the colony. A sign reads, Autobus Depot, Prosaic Plains. Sparse vegetation makes this an ideal region for resource extraction. Blue snow is mildly acidic and may corrode equipment with prolonged exposure. Please rinse and virus suits upon return. go home. Yes, this will end the month, but that's fine. Oh my god, we're almost maxed on perception. You're getting ready to leave your quarters one day when you're stopped by your mom, who hasn't left for work yet. She's always been an early riser, out into the fields before first sunrise. That she specifically stayed home to talk to you is a bad sign. Sit down, Solane, we have to talk. Let's be rebellious. I don't want to talk to you. Your mom purses her lips. Don't think you're too old to listen to your mother, child, she says evenly. You will sit down, and you're going to be grateful we're having a conversation and not a punishment. You sit down across from your mother. She stares at you down, just looking, right into your soul, like she's counting up every bad thing you've ever done. I don't think you appreciate how much I know about you, she says finally. With the amount of freedom you kids have, you forget you're being watched. I don't like what I'm seeing. And your attitude, she spits, is absolutely atrocious. I know you're a teenager and you're supposed to push boundaries, but this is ridiculous. You're ridiculous. No, you're ridiculous. She bangs her fist on the table for emphasis. This isn't some Hollywood high school drama, Solane. This is real life. This is life or death. Do you get what I'm saying? We're the only humans here. If we don't fight for our survival with everything we have, no one is coming to save us. You have to learn how to fit in, she says quieter. You're a part of a larger community, an ecosystem. You're supposed to be learning that, but you're running out of time. Soon you'll be an adult. People will need to rely on you. I don't want to be too aggressive. You're putting too much pressure on me. Am I? Your mom says, tilting her head. Her gaze goes somber and distant. When I was just a little older than you are now, I was fighting a war against the people of Earth. First they ignored us, then they mocked us, then they attacked us. She pats her prosthetic leg. And then we won. Also, we could give you the chance to grow up here. Don't disrespect me by wasting it. Your mom reaches out and pats your hand patronizingly. I remember being your age, full of anger, ready to fight anyone who told me what to do. I wish someone had told me that I deserved better. I wish. She shakes her head. You can do better than this, Solane, she says solemnly. You just have to apply yourself and listen to your elders. This colony needs you to be a part of it. It's why you were born. For a literal rebel fighter, your mom has a strange relationship to authority. You'd think she'd understand what it means to want freedom above all else. She's such a hypocrite. You're sick of people telling you what to do, thinking they know what's best for you. They don't know what it's like to grow up on an alien planet. They don't know what it's like to have all these weird thoughts and dreams. That was very, very uncomfortable for me. I hate fighting with my parents. I almost never do it. So that was a very difficult thing to have to witness or have happen to my character. Alright, relaxation time. What will Lookout Duty give us? Perception and animals. You say hello to Dis, who appears to also have chosen to blow off work and just relax, but he just frowns and moves to a different spot. Huh, he must want to be alone. Fine, you didn't want to hang out with him anyway. Let's get rid of this. Yes. Oh boy. Okay. Maybe we do want to go check on those pixie beans. Alright. Puberty. Just for the sake of seeing something a little bit different, I'm gonna go for this. It'll be a little weird, awkward to read about, for me at least. But, you know, I feel like we got like a special scene with Anemone for being a cis girl. Like, her mom came in and was like, you're both growing into young women and you're going to start being able to have babies. And that was like, that felt like a unique interaction. So I'm wondering if being a cis boy or trans something else or none of it, like a doll down there, if any of that will give us unique interactions. So just for the sake of seeing that, I might just skim through all the parts that are about getting erections and all that. But let's say this. You and your friends giggled your way through Congruence's presentation and left with a new appreciation for the wonders of the human body. Puberty had felt like something that could happen so far in the future that it didn't apply to you. You put it out of your mind, even as you noticed Cal's voice begin to drop or Mars starting to dress differently. Until one morning you wake up and something feels different. Squelchier. Okay, yeah. I wasn't expecting Squelchier. Let's ignore it. You leave the sheets the way they are. It's fine. You don't want to think about it. Later that day, you'll get a hollow message from your mom. You are doing your own laundry from now on, young man. Put your sheets in the recycler. Understandable, Mom. That's disgusting. You return home later to find your parents have placed a snack of neatly folded rags on your bedside table. How embarrassing. You angrily throw them on your parents' bed and retreat into your bunk, refusing to speak to them until they come home from work. Hormones. What is happening? You feel on the edge today, like everything that happens feels so unfair and tragic, like you want to punch stuff and cry about it, like you want to be left alone, you want attention. A fount of new energy is starting to bubble up inside you. Dangerous, uncontrollable energy. Welcome to puberty. Awesome. Yeah, I hope you don't mind that I really just skimmed that. I didn't want to read about nocturnal emissions and all that. Alright, I'm thinking maybe we want to get our combat up a little bit. Or maybe... Yeah, because the pixie beans came about the Vertumnalia after puberty started, right? So we at least want to get started on xenobotany. Yeah, your dad introduces you to the little lab they have set up in one of the greenhouses. It's incredible. We're surrounded by alien flora and we know practically nothing about it. What's edible? What's medicine? What can we make fibers with or build with or use in ways we haven't thought of yet? You and me, we're gonna find out, my little potato. And here's where you'll be working. The bench is buried under samples and beakers and weird-looking alien sprouts. More than just a simple table, the analysis bench is covered with buttons and little holes you can put things into. Let's stick something in a hole. Press buttons at random. Yo, kiddo. Congruence is here. You wonder where she got yo from. Don't tell anyone, but Congruence is the real brains of the operation. She'll make sure we don't do anything super dangerous, which means you and I get to focus on experimentation. If you follow the rules and do what you already know, you won't learn anything new, so don't be afraid to try stuff. We have so much mushwood. Study it. Yep, we've seen this. We gain biology and colony defense. Logging will be much more efficient now. Alright, that's locked. Okay, so how about we do this? That's a flush. Yeah. Okay. I didn't want to lose like one of these regular challenges. That would suck. Alright. The month has turned over. So I think after we look around for collectibles and people want to talk to us, I think we will end the episode. Mushwood log to replace the one we just studied. Alright, not the most eventful episode ever, but I feel like we've gotten started on a few important things. Exploring, xenobotany, all that. I want to focus on combat a little bit more. I might do defense training next time. I don't know. I'll decide when we get there. Until then, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.